And we are now live. Sorry for the slight delay, everybody. Welcome to the Fantasy Couch Podcast. On this episode, Mike and I will discuss, what are we talking about, Mike? Julio? Antonio
Talking
Brown?
about everything, Brain. Week 1 shenanigans around the league. That's what we're talking about.
But really. Julio,
Okay.
Zeke,
Okay, Julio,
and
Zeke,
Antonio.
and AB.
I think we have to discuss Antonio Brown.
First,
A little bit of, no, I meant like it's a topic you can't avoid. Thursday night football. But first I want to actually start it off with just a little story about how awesome the Couch fam is. Even though a lot of time, I mean, it's the internet, it's bound to happen. A lot of times I get a lot of hate. Even a lot of people are just like messing around, but you know, the chat turns sour or something. It's all good. Through all that, no matter how bad it gets, some Couch family members, they come through, and it's so awesome. So I was drafting. We did a 20-team draft on the YouTube channel, the main YouTube channel, and pretty much the whole chat was like destroying me for drafting Mahomes in round 2, and it's actually not that bad because people didn't think it was the 37th overall pick. That's actually 4.01. And then someone from the Couch fam messaged me a cheat sheet with all the people returning kicks. And so that was awesome. Ooh. And I mean, it's just like, you know, that was really heartfelt. So thank you guys for doing that. And
can I also share one quick Couch fam story?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so usually I don't post like the rosters I draft onto the Couch fan page, you know, because I just usually don't. I don't want to get torn to shreds, but I decided to do it last night. I was proud of my draft. It was my last draft of the year, so I threw it up there and I showed them my draft. And then one of the Couch fam, I forget who it was, they pointed out to me, hey, because I had Zeke and I drafted Gurley as my starting running backs, and I had Pollard and made sure to have Pollard, but I didn't get Henderson. And then he's like, oh, you don't have a backup for Gurley? I'm like, no, I guess not. But then I looked on waivers, and Malcolm Brown was still there. So I picked him up, dropped McCole Hardman, who I probably wouldn't have played. And, you know, that actually made a difference. I have actually, a piece of that Rams backup running game in case something does happen to Gurley. So I actually appreciate the Couch fan for that, and it was a great story.
They did the same thing with me. He's like, oh, you didn't go get Chase Edmonds? You drafted David Johnson?
You're like, wait a minute.
I was like, that was the draft party league. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like, thank you. He's like, yeah, I'm just following your advice. I was like, oh, that was so stupid. Because I'm like, Chase Edmonds, like, he's cool in round 16. Like, go pick him up. And so, Couch fam is amazing. You guys can go check out the Facebook group. It's just go to Facebook and search Fantasy Couch fam. We are doing the podcast live. We're live streaming it on our second YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch Podcast. We're also, have the audio version on Apple, Google, and Spotify, all the major podcast networks. Just want to say what's up to the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Aiden, Sam, Keys, Noel, Jay, everybody. Yeah, actually, let's start off with Thursday night football. Let's do a quick little sum up. Want to really thank our sponsors, MKF, Monkey Night Fight, and we'll get back into that, but sponsors like that make this show possible. So just wanted to say a quick thank you, and we will get into a segment, a little Monkey Knife Fight sponsored segment. Noel says boring game. Is that how you would describe this? Is that the adjective? What else could you describe it? What else adjectives?
I mean, it was just very, I don't know. Yeah, boring. I guess that's the best way to put it. There's no better adjective.
Nobody did anything. We started Allen Robinson in the Throne League. Ooh. So I like that. He secretly had a really good game, over 100 yards. That was quiet. Yeah, sneaky. My boy Taylor Gabriel almost came through. I was rooting for him.
He was doing good with those push-offs. They called the second one.
Got caught on one of them.
He's like, I did it once. Do it again.
He's so small, too. He makes me...
I know. I'm like, that's not even fair. Like, they should just let him have that little push-off.
He makes me look... When I stand next to my head and everything just looks big, I look like some kind of gigantosaur next to that guy.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh God, Cooper, stop. We're done with your mock draft. Someone's like, do a mock. No, this is
Stop,
this is a
stop.
this is a great way where we celebrate. Mike and I combined have probably the worst ADD ever.
Oh
So
yeah.
I think I speak for you, Mike. Doing
Oh
team
yeah.
grades is hard.
Oh, it's painful. It's like
It's
torture.
so painful. It's hell. But we do it for you guys. You guys want it. And so we do it. You know, like me, I wouldn't care too much for a team grade. Like I like to go battle, but we do it for you guys, and we're done with the mocks. We'll do other stuff though. What about Antonio Brown? I think that's the biggest topic.
I knew I should have drafted him in one league, but I did it just because like the upside, like it's Antonio Brown, you
So
know.
you have him in
He,
one league.
I haven't won league, even though I knew like everything within me was like, don't do it.
Where'd you
Like he's
get
gonna
him?
burn
Where'd you
you
draft him?
in the beginning of the third
10
round, I
teamer.
believe. 12 team.
Well, that's pretty
I
late. He
know,
fell like
but I
extremely low.
well because of all the shenanigans, and I should have let him fall further. Because look what happened. He burned me, even though all the clues said, "Don't do it. He's crazy. Don't do it." I had lots of evidence to back
His
this up.
agent, Rosenhaus, he's a lawyer, right? Let's get that.
Drew Rosenhaus, yeah, one of the most powerful sports
But
agents in the
the
world.
only agent I know off the top of my head.
Scott Boras and him are like the two.
But he's a lawyer, right?
Well, Scott Boras is also a lawyer, but yes,
Okay,
they're typically
so
lawyers.
I seen they did a little quick interview on TV, and he was very lawyer-like in his answers, but I love this one because I've been doing a lot of things. You know, I do live streams, I talk to people, so this was the funniest moment right here. They finished the interview. It was very normal. Like, what's he gonna say? Like, AB's dead to me. Like, he might like, of course he's gonna be like, blah blah blah. Okay. And then Rich Eisen was like, wait, in the in the earpiece. He's like, ask him this. And then he's like, is AB mentally there? Like, is he mentally all right? Do you think he has the mental capacity to play football? And then Rosenhaus, look at that. I caught this. He was like, yes, 100%. And I was like, bro, you sound like you just sound like you know what you're talking about.
You're overcompensating.
Like, I'm sure it was. I would call it a guess. That's like realistic. I'm sure his agent does not know. How the hell? What is he, a doctor? How does he know?
First of all, Drew Rosenhaus has like 30 clients, so he probably checks in from time to time, but like doesn't really know like what's going on, in AB's world. So he kind of checks in, and then he gets like a little summary of what he's going through, and then he really doesn't know.
But AB threatened to punch Mike Mayock today. This is what I heard so many things. I heard something about him trying to punt a football. I don't know.
I heard he said, okay, so I heard he threatened to punch him and then kick the football to like demonstrate like what he would do. Like basically this is your head, Mike Mayock.
Well, he did kick that punter, remember, a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
On a return. Hey,
can we rule out CTE? I mean, is it possible?
Oh, of course you can. Is Mike frozen? Oh my God, there's no way to fix this.
No.
The face you have is very stupid.
That's okay. That's normal. I've heard that before.
No, I meant like the.
Tell me something.
I meant the freeze frame that we're
that.
okay. I didn't mean like your face all the time. Right now, in this moment, it's very bad.
Kids can be cruel.
It's a good pose though. Like it could be way worse.
That's okay.
So,
that's fine.
We'll roll with
I've
it.
seen worse.
It's fine.
Seen worse.
AB for real has some serious mental instability. So Richards, I think it's pretty obvious. I mean,
yeah.
Is this
Steelers pulled one on the Raiders again?
And this is one of those things where I don't know if I tweeted this, but I bet you can go back and find me saying something like 4th and a second. What a steal. I'm sure everybody said that. I'm pretty sure I said that. I just don't remember. And that did not bode well. Oh, you know what? This is so crazy, dude. The Patriots offered a 1st and a 3rd for AB, but the Steelers declined. Wow, did they dodge a bullet? AB, Josh Gordon, Demaryius Thomas.
Well, I
It's like
mean,
crazy. What a
two
luck.
of the three are working out so far. So
I
we'll
think I
see.
think Brady could have a good year. I think he's got a lot of
Mm,
receivers. I really do.
what? Who's the receiver?
Well, he can throw to Michelle. He can throw to James White. Demarius Thomas looks okay. Josh Gordon is second year in that system. And then he's got Jules, who's healthy, ready to go week 1.
Well, it's the first year in a long time without Gronk, though. I think it's going to make a
Yeah.
difference, especially blocking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. That is one thing that is a huge worry is the O line. The Patriots did try to trade for Trent Williams, who's in a weird holdout situation in Washington, one of the probably top 5 left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Jay says Raiders should trade AB. Knock on wood if you're with me.
That's the best. I love that. That was great.
Jay's getting that featured chat time right there, bro.
That was a good one, man. We need funny comments like that. Spice things up. Love it.
Raiders are like the new Browns.
If you're with me.
That's right. Raiders are like the new Browns. I totally agree with that because the Browns had so many messy situations.
Hard Knocks curse. Can't rule that out as well.
Hard Knocks curse. Oh yeah, that's
no one from Hard Knocks has ever done
it.
well.
Has so overtaken the Madden curse. Step aside. You're so lame and old. Yeah, no one cares about you. The Hard Knocks curse is real. So people
God it wasn't us.
People ask what do I do with AB? 99% of the time, the answer is nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, this guy's like trying to trade him for like 2 packs of Skittles, and I'm like, stop.
You don't trade when the value's at the lowest point.
Yeah, everyone. I said the same thing with Damian Williams. I go like, all right, so right now, if you do this trade, you might be getting a little bit better if you do this trade. Or if you keep him, Damian Williams could ball out. So you have to try to sell high. Like there are, say 95% of the time you want to sell high. Like you got to sell high those amount of times. You always got to strive for that. Next topic, Zeke. So now we're.
Am I still frozen?
Yeah, you are. But I put up an image of him doing that. So good.
Okay.
2 stills. Is Mike frozen for you guys? Oh yeah, you're definitely frozen. Yeah.
Just imagine me doing the Zeke spoon.
I'm gonna hit reload, dude, because this is annoying. Hopefully, it might get worse.
It might get worse.
Nope. Still frozen.
Ah, well.
Okay, it's fine.
It's fine.
All right. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of research on what reps mean. He's supposed to get 20 to 25 reps. So that's supposed to be snaps. Now that's about half a game's worth. And that might equal about 10 to 15 touches. Now, how much stock do you have in Zeke, Mike?
A lot. An S-ton.
So percentage. You're in 5 leagues.
50%.
Well, you're in 5 leagues.
Yeah, so... Well, no, I'm in 4 leagues, so
4.
He's in 2 out of my
4.
2,
okay.
Leagues.
So I have him in 1 out of 6. Thank God I got him in that one. The 20-team league. See, guys, did end up with a good team. Are you starting him? And like what? So is one a 10-teamers? One is the other a 12? Like what is it looking like?
So one of them is the Couch League, obviously, which is a 12-teamer, which I got him in 7th pick overall, which was very risky at the time. And then I got him with the 2nd pick the day he signed. So that was a 10-teamer. So I have him in those 2 scenarios. But I'm all in on Zeke. I knew he was going to sign all along. One thing I should have mentioned in past podcasts that Jerry Jones is actually a well-known high-stakes poker player. So clearly, he wasn't trying to give away his hand, and he had a good poker face. And he knew the whole time that he was going to sign Zeke before week 1. I mean, that's what I think. So we were
right. We said it on this podcast at least twice, at least.
Yeah. But yeah, that's he's a master businessman. Jerry knew exactly what he's doing. He knew he was going to end up having to pay Zeke. What the good part about it is only $50 million of it is guaranteed. I also heard there's a lot of clauses in the contract that void a lot of the money that he could earn if he has a lot of off the field issues, which is definitely a concern when you sign someone like Zeke. But ultimately, Zeke is going to retire a Cowboy for life. Hopefully they can keep him healthy this season and they might win the Super Bowl. Who knows?
Yeah, that's basically exactly it. And you had to sign Zeke to win a Super Bowl. Aiden has a question: Broncos, Seahawks, or Rams D? I'm gonna fire up Broncos D, assuming Antonio Brown is out,
Ooh, that's
and
a
it's
good one.
looking like 99% chance he's out. 90
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
a good one.
it's such a funky situation. So I don't know all the
Broncos
details. It's
D.
a suspension. It's not quite a suspension. We don't know what it is. We don't know what's
He's gonna get traded. That's my opinion. Honestly, he's gonna get traded. I think
to the Dolphins.
to like the
Sell
Titans or
tickets.
something.
Oh my God.
Actually, he's from Florida, so that makes a lot of sense.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah.
That'd be great. Go to Tampa Bay. So this is actually funny. We
Oh,
have come
Tampa.
to a full circle on this Mike hate story. Turns out nobody hates Mike.
Ooh,
The one
wow.
guy that hated Mike is constantly apologizing. Here's this whole story on why he hated you. Braden
Okay.
says, "Yo, Mike, I am so sorry for calling you trash. I only did it because I thought you were the one who took Tyreek Hill in the draft. Meanwhile, you took Zeke. So I don't know what that stands for.
So you're really mad
I
at
am
Angela,
truly
which is okay. I
sorry.
would be mad too.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'd be mad at me if my hero drafted Tyreek Hill in the first round as well. So,
He
understood.
thought you
But
were
now that
Team Six, is what he's saying.
I know,
Okay, he
I
thought
know,
you.
and I get it. I
He
know what
thought you
happened.
drafted Hines in round 5.
He thought I drafted the worst team in fantasy
What's
history.
funny is that guy. Mike's telling me that guy thinks his team is so hot. He said my team.
Yeah,
He
I
thinks he's
tried
gonna
to get
win.
Pollard. Well, I mean, he wouldn't trade me Pollard for Justin Jackson when, I mean, clearly Zeke was going to sign. So I tried to give him some value, but he didn't want to take it,
Bro,
even
now
though
you have
everyone knew he was going to sign.
now the best case scenario, you have Justin Jackson who's flex worthy this
Yep,
week.
yep.
Instant. I mean, like, wow. And then Zeke signed. So now you went from like meh to like you definitely got one of the best teams in the league.
I'm in the driver's seat, baby. We'll see.
Jonah says I had Devontae Adams and David Montgomery. I want to legit. It's a little too sad. That's why YouTube blocks it. Let's just say Jonah's not having a good night. I'm raging right now. No one is gonna trade for Brown. Well, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot of money too, is what sucks. Like if it was cheap, that's different. I would
But
not want
can't
to
they
trade.
void the contract and then none of the money owed by the Raiders is owed
Yeah,
anymore?
but
Like,
after that, they can't. I don't think they can trade. They have to cut him.
yeah, oh yeah, they're cut. He's not playing for the Raiders, bro. Like that's not
He
happening. You
unfollowed a
can't you
bunch
can't
of.
threaten you can't threaten the GM of an organization and then still be on the team. Like that's like talking to the CEO of a company and then expecting to come to work next week. Like it's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, it's a
You know
tough
what I
one.
mean?
I mean, well, especially how he blew up, and then yeah, and he unfollowed. I think a lot of Raiders players. Like he's been.
Derek Carr though, you're gonna unfollow Derek
That
Carr.
means
That's
it's
serious.
pretty much over.
That's over.
All right, let's go. Our sponsor for this podcast is Monkey Knife Fight. So, guys, head on over to monkeyknifefight.com, enter a contest, use promo code COUCH so you can deposit anywhere from $10 to $50. Use promo code COUCH, you'll get a 100% bonus. It's a super simple game. It's pretty much what it's called is a fantasy props. So, they made it stupid simple. And we're just going to play some games just to show you how it is right now. And we'll just do, these are the 3 games that I thought were interesting. So actually this this game here could be, I like, I don't know, could be low scoring. Dolphins, so it's actually Baltimore at Miami. So we got Ryan
Ooh.
Fitzmagic and Lamar Jackson, who I'm sure everyone's excited about in fantasy. He went from a round 11 to a round 9 ADP. And so let's just play a quick game. Guys in the chat, you guys can Oh, can you link it, please? Sure. Actually, give me a quick. It is in the description. Let me see if I have it. No. Here, I'll just give you this one. monkeyknifefight.com. I have my own link, but sorry, I can't get it right now. So just use promo code COUCH if you do deposit. That way they know you sent me. If they don't, then we'll probably have no more sponsors for the podcast. And we'll wither away. monkeyknifefight.com. All right, here's the game, guys. You guys in the chat, go ahead and participate. Ryan Fitzmagic going up against the Ravens D. Sounds scary. No O-line. Over under 236.5 pass yards. Mike.
Wait, what was it again?
Don't be scared. 236.5 pass yards for Ryan Fitzmagic, guys. Over or under?
Oh, I'm going to go unders for sure. Against the Ravens D, under.
Under. I'll pick what you feel. I'll go with under too. Now this is actually much tougher. Lamar Jackson, 182 passing yards.
Ooh, unders. Way unders.
I'm going over on this.
Really? You have that much faith in his arm?
Yeah, I think he'll have some big plays because here's why. It is a game script to where the Ravens will run out the clock. But it's going to be hard to stop anything if you're the Dolphins D. So you have to stop all these gimmicks. You have to stop the run. And there could be some big plays. There's a couple wide receivers on there on the Ravens. They didn't have wide receivers last year. Now they have Mark Andrews, who's looked amazing. He's looks stronger, faster. It's his second year. I'm going over. All it takes is one big play, right, to go from 110 to 180, you know? So I'll go with over. It is close. And then let's enter this. I'm going to go ahead and enter this, actually. Submit. He will get 196 yards. Yeah, people are think over. Under for both is what Richard says. No, I'm just reading the chat. But yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. Okay, next game. We have another Pooper Scooper game here. So, and if you guys in the chat write the name of the person, like Sam Darnold over or Darnold over, you know, like Allen over, under, so I know who you're talking about. Next over-under game. Sam Darnold, 222.5 passing yards. Over or under?
Who's the matchup?
Oh, sorry. It's Buffalo at New York Jets. So neither team has to travel.
I'm going to go unders on that as well.
Under?
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a runny-heavy game with Le'Veon. I just don't believe in
I'll
Darnold
hit the under.
yet.
I'll hit the under on his first game.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of kinks to work out, I feel like, in week one for these young quarterbacks.
Most people are saying under. Richard thinks over. Richard thinks very highly of Sam Darnold. By the way, guys, this number right here, just to let you know for fantasy purposes, this is what is expected. This is his projection. So in fantasy, we can, kind of at least use that as a realistic number. Because this site and any other site, they don't want to give you a weird. If they give a raw number, we can make some easy money, and the site would lose money. So it is a realistic projection. They want to give a realistic projection, otherwise they'll lose money. So we can somewhat rely on this. I would say use this as a basis if you want to make a projection. Just a neat little side note right there. Josh Allen, I already know the answer for this one. 196.5 pass yards. Over or under?
I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go over. You're such an under. Ugh. What has happened to you over the years?
I just don't see it.
Everything's an under, huh?
In their arms.
Everything's an under for you.
Well, you'll see they're going to run the ball Frank Gore and Singletary all day. You'll see.
Hopefully Singletary.
Yeah.
I owe him. Last one. I think you'll actually like this one.
All right.
We have San Francisco at Tampa Bay.
Ooh,
two quarterbacks.
There's
Um,
gonna be no defense in this game.
who's the wide receiver in Buffalo? Well, we have Robert Foster, who's not. Then we have Cole
Gross.
Beasley, John
Ew.
Brown, and
Ugh.
I think the worst out of the bunch is Zay Jones. Ew, that's gross.
John Brown's having the best, I'll say. Out of
Yeah,
those
and I think
four.
Cole Beasley's okay. He just doesn't put up
Nah.
big stats.
Nah.
Remember, Devon Best was cool.
Wow. You got
Throwback.
that name out of somewhere.
Okay, Jameis Winston. Now we're doing big numbers here. 285 and a half pass yards.
Ooh.
Over or under? Wow.
Over for sure.
Over?
Over. We have the worst cornerback.
Should I?
We're definitely.
I'm gonna
We're going
submit.
Mike Evans
I'm gonna
deep
enter
all
this
day.
contest. Should I go with you?
Should I think? I mean,
Just
I
do
think
it,
it's gonna
huh?
be, yeah.
It is a shootout. I like it in fantasy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Nick Bosa might play though, so you never know. But
Now O-line's not that good. But
I think that our corners are just that bad. Like he'll find a way to get some big plays
Really?
to Mike Evans. Yeah, Mike Evans is gonna have a field day out there.
well, we did have one of the worst pass coverage last year in the league. It could have been in the worst.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
It
it was pretty.
It was the worst.
It-
We had 2 interceptions the whole year. 2.
Yeah, and so PFF said that Richard Sherman didn't get targeted a lot, but he was way worse than before. It's just people couldn't tell because they're just like picking on like the other guys were so bad that they didn't need to. Why would you throw to Richard Sherman when you could just get free yardage?
Chris Godwin should be. He's gonna be.
Oh yeah,
good
ball.
too.
OJ Howard could have.
And OJ Howard. Yeah,
could-
Dude,
I
he
s-
has so many weapons.
I said today on the rankings video, OJ Howard, like I had him ranked ahead of Ertz, and I was like, look, Ertz is like he's gonna ball out, he's gonna be safe, like it's great.
Yeah.
But I was like, OJ Howard might break a record or two this game.
Yeah,
though.
100. He might go 100 yards.
He could go insane. I don't know. We didn't see much of OJ Howard in the NFL. His rookie year was his rookie year, and then we seen him explode for a few games and get hurt. Anyway, let's.
This is the game where people will learn who OJ Howard.
I want to
That's
pick
my
under, but I want to go with you more. So I'll
Have
go
some
with you.
fun. You're
Over.
the one who just chastised.
We did.
me
I
for
hit the
picking
over
under.
button. I hit the over,
know,
but
I'm
with
just
your
saying,
frozen
you have
image,
to.
you can't see anything.
It's okay. People know.
Jimmy G, 275.5 over or under.
I'm gonna go under. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm going over.
I'll go
He's gonna
over because of the
go.
screen passes to Breida and
Yeah.
and no, not necessarily screens only, but throwing to the running back. Breida and Coleman should get a lot of easy, big
Debo,
chunk
too.
plays.
Debo's a big play guy. He's gonna go get it, and Marquise Goodwin could go deep at any moment. So.
We're talking. It's not like the Bucks have a good defense. We're talking trash about the
know.
Nine. Bucks defense could be worse.
worse
Yeah,
than us.
they're so trash.
Maybe.
That team is so trash. So let's go over. This is a great upside fantasy matchup. Should be a shootout.
I'm happy about it.
Oh, people are talking about Jimmy G's dating habits in the chat.
He's he's a legend to some. If you're into that,
He likes to have fun. That's what's wrong with that. He likes to have a good
he's
time.
just living his life.
You're a star athlete, franchise quarterback, got a bunch of money. I mean,
That's
pretty
a
much-
Netflix and chill type of date, Jimmy. Next time.
Let's go over, submitting it. This game is no longer active. Okay, whatever. I'm going to try to submit again. Over. Oh my God, what's going on? Whatever. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Over, submit. It's my OCD. I have to get this contest in. We got in. All right. Yeah. Everybody, clap emojis in the chat. Couch emojis in the chat. We have another topic, and then if you guys have any questions, get your questions in right now. Because of this live lag, we'll only be able to see it after this short topic. Let's talk about this one guy actually called him Julio. I feel bad for him.
Oh.
really on the call. I was on a
Julio.
business call and he called him Julio, but he's such a cool guy. I
That's
didn't
a
I didn't
funny
say
name.
anything. I was just like All right, Julio Jones. I'm doing my rankings video, weekly rankings video, guys. By the way, if you guys watched it, let me know if you enjoyed it. Thank you for the clap emojis. I think I'm gonna be doing it every week. Not sure yet, but weekly rank. Knock on wood if you. Knock on wood if you want to see more weekly rankings video.
Love it.
By the way, Steve, when you swear like that, you know YouTube doesn't let you see it. Like, you know that? Like, I mean, you think you're commenting, but only I can see it. And it's like, it says show or hide. And I'm going to hide that because we have sponsors, all right? So no swearing. Be a little bit more discreet. Steve, you're
this is why you can't have nice things, Steve.
Yeah, exactly. It's just funny how they always think like people can see their comments. Like, dude, you really think YouTube is going to let that happen? YouTube's PG. We're PG. Darn it. Julio Jones. I don't have a picture of him. Let's just put up a picture of AB. He's like,
okay.
What's going on with him? He wanted a little contract. He wasn't worrying about it. He's sort of healthy. And now he says, I don't know if I'm going to play. Did I describe this right? Because I don't understand what's going on.
I think what happened was he followed the Zeke holdout, and then once he saw that Zeke got the bag and he was successful, he's like, you know what? I could do that too. And then he just did it. And then we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I had a bad feeling about Julio, and so I'll tell.
But isn't he getting paid like over $10 million a year?
Yeah, right, he wanted a new. No. I know 2 stories about Julio, and the second one I probably can't tell.
Okay.
Well, the first one I shouldn't tell either.
You got to tell one of them now.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to. Okay, so as you guys know, Taylor Gabriel is a friend of mine. So me and Scout went to Atlanta to go to Taylor Gabriel's house, and Scout, booked this at some restaurant that was closed or whatnot, and then the Uber driver just so happened to be a Bengals fan, so those two hit it off.
Ooh.
And then he's like, "What do you guys do?" We're like, "We're casting couch. No, we're a couch fan. We're into football stuff." And he's like, "Oh man, I just seen Julio the other day." And he's like, because Uber drivers always out, picking people up at night, picking people up that are intoxicated and whatnot. And he was like, yeah, man, he seemed, I know how to tell the story now. He seemed like he was having a really good time in front of the club. And then I guess he just hopped in his Ferrari and drove really fast. And so, guys, if you guys are smart, you guys get what I'm trying, I watered down the story because it's just not in my ethics to say, certain things like that. You guys get the gist. And then, man, I heard more, but it's just funny how like Uber driver even seen this guy acting crazy. And then I heard another story, the same trip of this dude having, similar type of actions. And like ever since then, I always thought less of him. And he's always nicked up or a decoy. And these touchdowns never make sense. Statistically, a taller wide receiver is supposed to catch more touchdowns, but you got a guy like AB catching 15 touchdowns and Julio going 7 weeks without catching a touchdown. It's just a weird thing. He's still don't get me wrong, he's still super talented and everything, but I don't know, man. I just had a bad feeling. That's why I have him ranked wide receiver 5.
You didn't draft him in any of your leagues?
Nope, no sir. You
didn't
see me go get Juju right when Julio was available, so.
I know. I stayed away from him as well. It's weird.
So these are my rankings: Hopkins, Adams, Juju, Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas is great. I mean, like, how do you even separate those guys? Like, Mike Thomas can easily be 3. And after this game that we just saw, why not 2? I seen you mock him at 2, Mike, and I mean, why not? Like, he's that good. Number 5, I have Tyreek Hill. Sorry, and then 6, Julio. So I did rank him a couple spots below the consensus in ADP. I mean, that's pretty much as low as you can rank him. And Odell, he hasn't played much in the last 2 years, so I couldn't rank and then it goes Odell 7, AB 8, and then Mike Evans 9. So, yeah. So what do you think is going to happen with Julio?
I think he'll eventually play. I mean, I don't know. I just don't hold a lot of stock in this holdout from Julio. It's like too last minute to be taken serious, in my opinion.
He's just basically like, please hurry up and like get like pay me earlier. Like, is that kind of like he's a nicely asking Arthur Banks to get it done a little sooner. That's that kind of what you're.
How did Golf get the bag like out of nowhere? That was weird to me. I'm like, wow. Like people were talking about Zeke trying to get like, 100 million, but 50 million guaranteed, and then you got Goff making 100 million guaranteed or whatever he got. So
Quarterback is just like
I don't
it's at a
know.
premium, like
Crazy
anything
though.
else, like if it's scarce, like people will pay for it, like
Yeah.
it's just the way it is. Stretch Armstrong doll, none of those lasted. You can buy it for like it's so expensive now because they would break when kids would buy them. Now you get a Stretch Armstrong doll with the box. Oh my god, that's so rare. So you get a quarterback
So
like Jared Goff, puts up 3 points in the Super Bowl, and everyone goes goo goo gagas. Everyone goes crazy. Let's do some questions. Steve, stop, bro. Come on. Sebastian, do I start Juju or OBJ? Sebastian, look, you're a proud fantasy couch family member. I highly recommend you play in deeper leagues. Can we do that? Juju or Odell, go play in a 10-team league. Go play in a Sebastian. Go play in a 12-team league. Look, Sebastian is one of our younger audience members. He's a solid dude.
you're ready.
He can
You're ready,
freaking
Sebastian.
he just said he got 5 champions. He can handle it. Like, dude's
You're
smart.
ready.
Yeah, he plays a ton of fantasy. He watches all our videos, all our live streams. Go play in a 12-team league, and none of these Odell, Juju, or Rodgers, Mahomes questions, because you start both, because what sucks is actually like Odell more, but he is banged up, because Juju I think it's going to be tough for him. I think the Patriots are going to try to stop him. But as of now, I guess I would lean towards Juju if I had to pick out of those two, Mike.
Yeah, definitely Juju.
He's healthy. I mean,
Yeah.
let's go with him. Okay, what else questions do we have? Mike looks so clueless. Shake my head, frozen forever. Yeah, it's not a good pose for him. But what can we do? I tried to fix it 3 times.
Use your imagination, everyone.
At least it's a good still. Like it's it's a good pose. Like it could be way worse. Like it looks like he's
That's
purposely posing, so it's
That's
fine.
good. That's fine.
So it says it's a picture. It's not. What else questions we has? I've never won a league. Do I drop Brady for Winston? These make me the most nervous. I remember this guy, 247 Canes.
Wait, what was it? What was it?
Do I drop Brady for Winston?
Yeah.
I like
I'm gonna say
Winston
yeah.
more.
Yeah. I just go for upside. Like I'm an
Yeah.
upside guy.
And you can find quarterbacks on waivers. So I do it, especially if you're looking for a quarterback to start this week. Me and Mike are 49ers fans. We know that you can score points on us. We know
Yep.
we can make a guy like Winston and Bruce Arians look good.
Oh yeah, he's gonna look great. Job security's coming, Jameis. Don't worry.
Deshaun Watson going to ball out this year, starting with week 1.
Yes.
Going against the Saints, that's going to be a shootout.
I think he's gonna do better than Aaron Rodgers this season. That's my bold prediction.
Another question by 247 or 24/7. And should I start Derrick Henry over Devontae Freeman? I would start Henry. It's
I would
PPR.
too.
Yeah, Devontae Freeman. Let's see. I mean, this guy could get injured the first game. That's how.
If there's
scary it
one
is.
game to see what Derrick Henry can do, it's the first game. Like let him like surprise you with a big game. You know what I mean?
Any other questions, guys? Before I still wonder about Devontae Adams going off injured. Yeah, so Aaron Jones got hurt, but he came back in the game. Not looking good for Devontae Adams, man. That's.
But I mean, you gotta. They were playing the best defense in the NFL. So one thing I should say that I've been noticing a lot on the the couch page is that people like to panic like so much. They're making these crazy trades when their guys are at their lowest value, and they're just panicking. But in reality, you got to see what you have first. Sometimes it might take 2 or 3 weeks before you really know what your team is about. You know what I mean? So don't panic. just relax, take it easy, and see what you got before you make any crazy decisions for your team.
I'm going to add on to that. Don't be scared to lose. In a 12-team league, you only have an 8% chance. Like, really think about that. Like, think about if you walked into a room, let's call it like a death room, and you had a 92% chance 92% chance you ain't gonna walk out of there alive. That sucks. You don't want to walk in that room. That's fantasy football, but it's fun. You don't die. You always live, and you go all out. And you guys have been supportive, so I'm gonna share this Instagram Experts League draft. It didn't go the best way, but I got the guys I wanted. You know, I went out. Look, Alshon's already hurt. Like, I went and got N'Keal Harry and Kiki Cutie. It was dumb. I know that, but I'm fine with going after the guys I like. I wanted Allen Robinson. He was taken. You go for it. And when you trade away guys like Damian Williams, soon as the shady news happens, when you trade away AB, soon as that happens, like, you're gonna lose. Don't be afraid to lose. It's okay. You're probably going to lose anyway. What you do want to do, however, is go for first place. So always go for first place. And that's by panicking and stuff. That's not how you're going to do it. I'll tell you what I did learn from Thursday night football. Both defenses look amazing. And the Bears defense looks really amazing. Just like I thought, but even better. I mean, dang, man. The Packers got 2 or 3 plays off the whole game? Like, jeez, the defense is crazy. Hack my lineup was brutal, yes, but we made it through. That was bad at first, but we
One
made
week
it through.
down.
Yeah. Richard says Fuller, Samuel, or Pettis in half point PPR.
Fuller.
This one is so easy for me. I agree with Mike. It's Fuller in a shootout. Deshaun Watson could literally turn into fire and just take off. Just be
Fuller's a TD machine too. People don't realize, like, he's pretty good at scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want that upside right there. Just go for it. I just entered 12-team draft. You happy now, Couch? Oh, I meant like next. I mean, I don't know. That's cool. Yeah, I guess
keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for it. Well, it's better than being an 8-teamer. Yeah. 12-team is a more strategy.
Are we sure it's not a 4-teamer?
No, he's got a 12-team. Will Ty fly? So Terrell Williams. Here's the thing. Didn't we remember when we all picked up Jordy Nelson last year?
Oh no.
So who knows? Hunter Renfrow, Waller. Who else is in the Hard Knocks cast?
I like Waller. If I were to pick one person to benefit the most from this AB and being out, it's Waller.
Gosh, AB looked really good though. Like, he just looks so amazing. He's like so talented, and that team goes from like being okay to being just now everything sucks. I'm like, start the Broncos D. Like, it's that team is just terrible now.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have done it. That's what happens.
What's news on AB? Well, we discussed that. You're gonna have to watch the replay. Man, it's going crazy. Well, you do a giveaway?
Oh yeah, giveaway.
Giveaway. Let's do a little giveaway. Thank you guys for tuning in the entire live stream. Did you knock on wood?
Yeah, I'm knocking on wood.
You didn't knock on wood the 2 times. You're knocking on wood, huh? All right. I see.
I'm inspired.
So we do have a course. Mike, you what lesson are you on?
I'm on lesson 4.
But you got you liked it though. It's a great course.
Yeah, like, it's like, okay, so let's pretend that, you were taking an online fantasy course at a respectable college. That's what it's like. Like at Sac State, that's what it's like.
Yeah, so we do have a course, and it's a small giveaway. It's not a big one. It's just a small one.
But the value is large.
Yeah, so has anybody been playing fantasy football for less than 3 years? Let me know in the chat right now if you've been playing fantasy football for less than 3 years, I do have a course. It's called How to Play Fantasy Football and Be Good at It. It's howtoplayfantasyfootball.com. I'll drop the link right here if you guys want to check it out. And it's only $19, and I want more people to check it out, okay? And that's why I want to give it away. I spent a lot of time on this. It's super simple. It's 80 minutes, and that's if you watch it at normal speed. 80 minutes, you'll learn about drafting, and it applies for every year. It's not just this year. 24/7 Canes. This is the guy who never won. Did I give you one? You need the course. Sure. Okay, 24/7 Canes. This is follow these instructions to a T. All right, I don't want you to miss this out. Go to fantasycouch.com/contact. And I'm going to drop that link right here too, okay? And email me. This is my 3rd year. Good enough. That's perfect. He's never won.
3 or less.
3 is totally cool. We can't give it to Richard. He's been playing 11 years. That's almost as long as us.
That's cheating, Richard.
Yeah, Richard's dope, but he's a huge supporter. So thank you so much, Richard, for all the donations. And he tunes in every time he can to live stream.
Thank you for the super chats too, guys. That was really cool. We got some Mexican pesos and some Canadian dollars.
I got Australian. We bought a bunch of stuff. It's just crazy, and that's all from this How to Play Fantasy Football hype. And yeah, man, it's been insane. So 247 Canes, email me, and that's how you're gonna email me. Go to fantasycouch.com/contact. Just let me know, hey, I'm 247 Canes. I'll email your login. Again, guys, this is the course. It's awesome. Buy it as a gag gift. It's to your loser of your league. Do whatever. Ooh. It's a really good course. Or buy it for that coworker who you always want to get in, but just super shy. It starts off
or that
slow.
Cute girl that you want to play fantasy
Oh,
with.
Man, it's such a good romantic gift. It's just like, I mean, I can't think of a better gift to give to a female that you're trying to get her attention to.
I can't.
It's like, hey, howtoplayfantasyfootball.com. I got you a login. Do you like your password? Here you go, guys. All right, so it's howtoplayfantasyfootball.com. It's only $19. Makes a great gift for anybody. Did you get any love from Monkey Knife Fight? Of course. We didn't call it for that. So we're going to end it there. Make sure you guys do visit our sponsor, link below in the description, monkeyknifefight.com, and I'll leave that in the chat again. So just go ahead and go to monkeyknifefight.com. It really helps support this channel as well. Head on over to monkeyknifefight.com, deposit $10 or $50, use promo code COUCH, and you will get 100% bonus matching your deposit if it's anywhere from $10 to $50, and enter this week's NFL contest. Like you saw, they're super easy. There's also other contests where you can win much more than just double your money. You can win a ton. That's fantasy props. Again, monkeyknifefight.com. Make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch Podcast. Subscribe to our main channel, Fantasy Couch. We're also, the podcast is on all the audio versions on all the podcast channels, Apple, Google, Spotify. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike if you did not. Peace.